Hi, it's me, Vicki Marie. Now, I just wanted to make this video. I need to look into this whole thing a lot more closely. But one of my subscribers sent me the information about this. Thank you so much for that. Because I hadn't seen about this case. But I'm always interested. Any of you have got any cases, and I will try my best to make a video on it. I can't keep up with everything all the time, but when it's something current like this, I think it's very important to make a video. And also, this looks like it may well turn into a much bigger story. And this is the story, it's not a story, of course, it's a real life thing, but this guy, this Joseph Jurgensen. Now, I'm going to pronounce everybody's names terribly. I'm a bit worried. I don't care about pronouncing his name wrong. But one of the girls that I'm going to talk about, I hope I do pronounce her name correctly, because if I don't, I'm so sorry. But basically, this guy, let's have a look at what's going on, first of all. Now, let me just give you the quick, so that you get an idea of what's going on. This guy's already been arrested for murder for one of his ex-girlfriends, or I don't know if it's his current girlfriend. We'll find out as we look at it. Then it turns out that a previous girlfriend of his has gone missing, and now her remains have been found in a storage locker. So, he's innocent till proven guilty, of course. But, it doesn't look very good, really. And it makes, now the police are appealing for help to see from any other partners that he may have had, or any other person that he may have been, woman that he may have been associated with, that now is disappeared or people haven't seen for a long time. So listen to what the policeman says, because I think it's important what he says. This is what often happens, of course. The details about this case emerged because of a concerned friend, making, let me just make sure, I'm on the right thing. So the details of Fanta, this girl's name is, her name is Fanta Zayavong. I think I've pronounced that correctly. And a friend just got in touch with the police to say, a concerned friend hasn't seen her for a while, wondering what's happened. And now they've found these human remains in a storage unit in Minnesota in the USA. So let's just have a look.
I do want to get back into the headlines here. An update to a story out of St. Paul, Minnesota. Police have now identified the remains of a woman found inside.
Now you can see the guy there. I don't know if that was when he was arrested. It looks like he's been beaten up. I hope he's been beaten up. But this is the guy. This is the guy that concerned. This is Fanta on the left. And the lady on the right, I don't know her name yet. We'll see as we go along.
Side of a storage unit in Coon Rapids. The man who police say was last seen with that woman is already jailed for the murder of another woman. We do have our Fox team over in St. Paul with.
So he's already in prison for the murder of another woman. So what's happened is then a friend of Fanta, bless her. A friend of Fanta's has come forward with concerns about her.
With this story.
I think it's nothing short of horrific.
For the second time in just a week, St. Paul police have found a missing woman dead and dismembered in a storage unit, both of them connected to 40-year-old Joseph Jurgensen.
So both of them were found in a storage unit. So that's obviously his way. Now, I'm always saying about the eyes. Look at his eyes. Look at his eyes. That's a bad person. You can just see it. And look at Fanta. She just looks so lovely. They both look so lovely. Why do they always, what is it about these bad men that nice women, fall for? He just looks awful. But anyway, okay, let's see what they've got to say.
All began with a tip. It was a very important tip, one that put us on the path to finding Fanta.
In late May, someone close to 33-year-old Fanta Jayavong of Lakeville called the BCA sex trafficking tip line, telling them she was in an abusive relationship with Jurgensen and that she was missing.
Right, so in May, some acquaintance of Fanta phoned the tip line to say that she was missing and she was in an abusive relationship with this Jurgensen. So what I want to look at now is just there's a video
New details
here.
tonight in the grisly end to a months-long search for a missing mother. The 34-year-old's body was found inside a storage unit. Police say her accused killer has a concerning connection to another missing woman. Our Alan Henry is live in the newsroom to connect the dots for us tonight.
Yeah, Frank, 40-year-old Joseph Jurgensen is in custody facing second-degree murder charges tonight. But as police spent the last 2 months investigating him, they found he's connected to another woman who's been missing for 2 years.
So they still haven't mentioned the name of the blonde woman. Why? Let's have a look. This must have been when she was missing.
The remains in question were brought to the Ramsey County Medical Examiner's office for further examination. On Thursday, June 29th, yes.
That's not loud enough, is it? Let's try and find another one. Okay. Let's go back to the...
Topping our news tonight, the search for Fanta Jayavong is over after police find her body in a storage unit. And St. Paul police saying today she has ties to a man currently facing charges for murdering his girlfriend. So it is now 2 families grieving the loss.
So the other lady was his girlfriend. Okay. Why aren't they mentioning her name? Hang on, let me see if I can get her name up. I can't believe how difficult it is to find a victim's name. It's ridiculous. Will they say it?
Loss of a loved one. Fox 9's Mary McGuire with more on both cases now under investigation. Mary?
Well, Karen, Joseph Jurgensen has been charged in connection with one of these murders and remains a person of interest in the other one. But the similarities between these 2 cases are disturbing. The bodies of both of these missing women were found hidden in storage units located roughly 30 miles apart. And tonight, police...
I presume they'll be checking out a few storage units in the area in view of this. So the reason I'm making this video, obviously I need to investigate into this whole thing quickly, but I wanted to more thoroughly. But I just wanted to tell you about it because it's a developing story. So to me, let me just see where I am on the... Hi. Oh, there you go. I'm back. So to me, he's 40 years old, this guy. 40 years old. So it seems quite likely that if he's, killed 2 women within seems like quite a short space of time. Seems likely that he may have murdered other women. So the reason that I'm thinking that this is quite an important, all cases are important, but the reason that I'm highlighting this is I'm thinking, is this going to turn out to be a serial killer? Now it is unusual for serial killers to kill people they know. Like to kill his girlfriend, because obviously then that brings attention. That's how he's ended up getting caught, isn't it? When your girlfriend disappears, you're obviously are the prime suspect. But it's not to say that previously, has he picked people that were vulnerable, that he thought that people wouldn't notice if they went missing? I say I don't know all the details of the victims. I'm going to look into this case and make a proper video about it with all the facts, and keep an eye on it and see what develops as time. I know it was saying on some of the reports that I watched that, yeah, they are, considering, they're asking for the public's help, as you know they always do in the beginning, don't they? Then they say, don't help. But anyway, they're asking for the public's help, that if anyone knows anyone that had any association, any woman that had any association with this man, and who they currently don't know their whereabouts, to get in touch with the police. So they're obviously thinking as well there could be more to this. But anyway, in the meantime, at least that's another piece of shit who is actually in prison, and he's out of harm's way now. But it's too late for those two ladies, and were there more? So I'll be back with more about this case, and I'll see you then. And until then, may your God go with you. Bye.